was loose and at a slight angle. 2. The paint on the underside of my windowsill was flaking, definitely made worse by my cleaning. 3. High in a corner above my bed, there was a piece of wallpaper that, when you considered it from a certain angle, looked like a lion. It wasn't a fierce king of the jungle lion, but a funny-looking, gummy lion. It had a scruffy mane, a long, flat nose, and a drooping eye. 10-year-old textured wallpaper with umpteen coats of emulsion could do that to you, I guess. Sometimes I would talk to him. I know the whole talking to an object thing is a bit out there, but I'm sure there's a textbook somewhere saying that what I was going through was completely normal. On around day 10, it is inevitable that the unfortunate person who has chosen to spend the majority of his or her life inside will become so bored that they'll begin to talk to items around them. This is a normal occurrence and should not cause undue concern. In my case, it was day 8. I'd stayed home from school again and was having a bad afternoon, and I could feel the wallpaper lion's eyes staring at me from the corner of my room. I knew who it was straight away. I'd been watching him on and off for a while, wanting to say something but not letting myself. I finally got to a bursting point and couldn't hold it in any longer. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, poor Matthew, stuck indoors all day. Isn't it tragic? Why doesn't he go to school? Why doesn't he go out there and actually do something? Well, it's not going to happen, so don't bother worrying about me, okay? Once I'd said what I wanted to say, I felt calmer. I felt like I'd won an argument with him. Now he was just something I'd talk to now and then, like Mum talked to the cat. It was nothing weird. What would have been weird was if he'd answered me, but that had never happened. No one knew I'd talked to him, of course. That was another little secret I had. In fact, the whole cleaning thing was a secret too, until quite recently. My friend Tom was the first one to notice something was up. I'd gone to the bathroom during science class, and when I got back to our desk, he was staring at me, his head resting on his fist. Matt, what's going on? I looked at him. What do you mean? Tom leaned in to whisper. The toilet thing. You've been during every lesson today and at break. Are you okay? I'd been washing my hands. That's what I'd been doing. They were never clean enough, so I had to keep going back to try and get the germs off. I opened my mouth to tell him, but I didn't know how to say it, so I just shrugged and turned back to my work. I pretty much stopped going to school after that. Now that I was at home, I was much more in control and could clean pretty much whenever I liked. The bathroom caused me the most stress, because every time I went in there, it felt infested with germs. A couple of weeks before, I'd gotten really carried away while Mum was at work. And before I knew it, the afternoon had passed and Mum was home, standing at the door, staring open-mouthed as I wiped the insides of the taps with cotton wool buds dipped in bleach. What on earth are you doing, Matthew? She looked around at the sparkling white tiles. You'd have thought I'd been scrawling graffiti everywhere the face she was pulling. This isn't right. Stop it now. Enough is enough. She took a step forward. I moved away and felt the sink press into my back. Matthew, you need to talk to me about this. What's wrong? Oh, look at your poor hands. She reached out to me, but I shook my head at her. Stay there, Mum. Don't come any closer. But Matty, I just want to have a look at your skin. Is it bleeding? It looks like it's bleeding. I tucked my hands under my armpits. Are they burnt, Matthew? Have you burnt your hands? You can't get bleach on your skin, darling. It's fine. Just leave me alone. I quickly scooted past her and went into my room, kicking the door shut behind me. I lay on my bed, my hands throbbing as I tucked them under my arms. Mum stood outside the door. She knew better than to come in. Darling, is there anything I can do for you? Tell me, please. Please, Matthew. Your dad and I can't go on like this. The school rang again today. I can't keep telling them that you've got a virus. She made a little choking sound like she'd suddenly forgotten to breathe. I shut my eyes and called one word back at her. Gloves. Silence. I'm sorry? Latex gloves. Disposable ones. That's all I need, Mum. Okay? Now, can you leave me alone? Please.